So, those of you who are paying attention may have noticed that I've been speedrunning lately. A game called Counter-Strike Condition Zero Deleted Scenes. And you may be wondering, what the fuck are you doing? What could possibly drive a man to speedrun? So, speedrunning is kind of like meditation. You know what? I'm going to explain this in the next clip. Something about speedrunning? The appeal of speedrunning? Is that what I was talking about? Something about something? I don't fucking remember. I remember saying I'm going to talk about this in the next clip, and then I remember it was about why do speedrunning. Ah, yeah, meditation. That Einstein worked a menial job where he didn't have to use this is stupid. That's a stupid analogy, although it works. That doing menial labor frees up, it like occupies part of your brain and something. I don't know how. It's essentially the same way meditation works, right? With meditation, you focus on your breathing, right, to occupy the conscious part of your brain, to free up the subconscious in order to have whatever benefits meditation has, right? And that's essentially why speedrunning. That's why speedrunning, because you are occupying basically all of your conscious brain by doing a rote set of tasks that you just memorized. It will, once you've memorized them, it's that learning them is probably my least favorite part. But there you go. You gotta start somewhere. But yeah, just repeating a rote set of tasks over and over that you don't have to think about too much. But sometimes you do have to think about them, which is still fun. But also, like, this is occupying your brain that you can't. It's this great mixture of not having to pay attention at all, because you know exactly where you're going to go and where the people are, like, where the enemies are going to be or whatever. You know exactly what's going to happen, but you also have to actually execute everything perfectly, and depending on what game you're playing, possibly adapt your speedrun due to RNG or whatever. In the game I'm running, you definitely have to adapt every run is slightly different, while also and then also, like, planning ahead. This is something I'm struggling with right now with learning my run, is that you have to plan ahead with ammo and health, right? You have to pay attention to all those things. All this sort of stuff keeps your mind occupied and frees up the more creative part of your brain to do the fucking creativity, do the fucking subconscious thought meditation, and has those meditative benefits. And also, it's great because you don't need to listen unless there's like audio cues, but I can just listen to stuff. Right now I'm listening to this Stanford lecture collection on human behavioral biology, which is incredibly interesting, and therefore I'm learning while I'm playing. Can't do that with Counter-Strike. There you go. The reason I bring this up, sort of, is because, by the way, I would highly recommend this, and would highly recommend all the stuff on the Stanford channel. They have a bunch of great lecture series. The quantum, I think it's quantum mechanics one was really good, although quite in depth if you're new to this sort of stuff. But I would still recommend it. There's one on machine learning that I'm going to watch next, but I don't know how much of that I'll be able to understand. Any hoosers. This guy is particularly great because he's very charismatic. He was on Joe Rogan once. Anyway, he also has a TED Talk. So I've been streaming speedruns on this channel, right? And I've decided not to burden you all, since this channel now has like 90 subscribers or whatever, approaching 100. Decided not to burden you all with my bad speedrunning, and also the fact that each of those is like 2 hours, 3 hour long videos, then just get published and bury the vlogs and stuff deep under other content. So I've decided to use a different channel to stream games. There's a link in the description. It's called No Thanks. It has a bunch of my music uploaded there in single parts before I had another way of doing that, so ignore all those. But yeah, I'm gonna be subscribed to that channel if you're a deep lore No Thank You fan who doesn't want to miss out on streams. I will still that will probably just be my streaming channel for all streaming. That's most likely what it will be, so that I don't clog up your sub box with many streams or something like that, and this channel can just stay for vlogs. I don't really care about, there's only like a few people who actually watch the streams consistently, so if you're one of those people, I'm probably going to be streaming less on this channel and much more on this new channel, or that's not new at all, but I'm repurposing it. So yeah, you probably want to check that out if you're one of those people. Go subscribe there. Which is entirely ridiculous. I don't even know if this is recording vertically or horizontally right fucking now. Who fucking gives a shit? Here I am. Why am I going in the fucking fridge? Unless I'm making coffee, in which case I should go in the fridge. Also, why is the window open? No, it's fucking cold. Tea or coffee? Green tea. The question, as Shakespeare put it right now, is coffee, green tea. Which one? Which one do I have? The advantages of green tea are it takes less of a toll on my digestive system. The advantages of coffee is more caffeine and a nice taste. Well, green tea tastes good as well. I think it's coffee. I think we're going with coffee. Anyway, here we are making coffee at 6:40 a.m. What? 6:40 a.m. Why did you wake up so early? I'm afraid I didn't wake up so early. I just stayed awake all night. It's fine though. I'm probably going to stay awake for much longer. Try and get my sleep cycle somewhat back in whack, as they say. Back in whack! Don't know how well that's going to work. Don't think it's going to work well at all, to be honest. Think I'm going to pass out at midday or something. There's a big ass motherfucking yawn. Hey, here we are. I shouldn't be making too much noise at 6 in the morning. I'm an idiot. What am I doing? I give a fuck about a bitch. I do what I want. Anyway, the point. When did it stop recording? I don't know what I've talked about. I don't know what I haven't talked about. Did my response to Digibro get recorded? I don't know when it stopped. Well, I'll check in a second. I probably should have checked before I started recording again. That would have been the smart thing to do. I don't know when I stopped. I don't know when it stopped. Fucking hell. This is a disaster. Anything else to talk about? Not really. Speed running. Still running those speeds. Just making some coffee. That's about the right amount. That was a cool trick that I did completely by accident that you didn't even see on camera. But it's cool. It's cool. I don't give a fuck. Clean up. Always clean up after yourself. Pour the motherfucking water in. Then give it a quick stir, because the coffee clumps together and surface tension. That's physics, that is. That's physics. Put this on, squeeze it a bit. Wash the spoon because it's covered in coffee grounds now. If you were wondering why I did that little tiny scoop into the thing after I did the 2 big scoops, that's because that's to compensate for the small amount of coffee grounds that get on the spoon when you stir it. That's how much I think these things through. That is how autistic I am. There you fucking go. There you have it, bitch. Got a little sugar thing with its own personal spoon. A my spoon and a my fork, as they would say. We're using brown sugar today because it happens to be what's in the pot, and not the only reason. But brown sugar tastes better with coffee anyway, so completely okay with this. I'm just being really aggressive, real aggressive right now. Feeling real aggressive. Did it stop recording? No. Feeling real aggressive right now. I'm feeling like a little bit of a monkey. Like a little bit of like my ape-like instincts are coming out, you know? Look at that. Look at that, and then tell me I'm not a genius. Look at that and tell me I don't have mad skills. That's all I have to say about that subject. Let's try desperately not to spill this coffee. Ooh. Trying succeeded. Yeah. I hear strange noises. It's the radio. My mom's alarm clock is the radio. There you go. Now you know something about me. Is that what you come here for? To learn things about a human being? To have some sort of, I don't know, some sort of like simulation of human interaction. That's why I make the videos. I haven't left my house since... Well, actually, that's not true. I've left my house. I haven't interacted with another human being besides my mother outside of my house in real life. I haven't left my house for a necessary, non-mandatory reason in like 4 weeks-ish, maybe. What's the date today? Yeah, about 4 weeks, maybe slightly more. I don't know. Maybe it's 3 weeks actually. Oh, well, I left my house once to go into uni. If you don't count that, then it's 4. In the last week of uni. If you don't count that, then it's 4. If you do count that, then it's 3. I had to leave the house to go to the doctor's a few times, and to go to the chemist to pick up my prescription. When did I leave the house other than that? I don't think so. No. That's it. I feel like I got on a bus at some point. Did I not? I don't think I did. No, I'm misremembering. Yeah, I think so. It's been about 3 or 4 weeks since I've had another human interaction besides my mum and shopkeepers or whatever. My IRL friend is MIA. He's got some shit going down in his life, and he's also a bit of a shut-in. Doesn't like... Yeah. Which is completely fine and understandable. And it means I get to sit here and learn about human behavioural biology. There you go, that was the words I was thinking of. And learn to speedrun this video, James. And, yeah. Yeah. All in all, that's why. All in all, that's why. All in all, I'm an odd feeling. I am an odd feeling. I am the nuclear war now, and I'm feeling strange. These pills, they're weird. Because right now, I can tell I'm feeling depressed. But it's different than usual, which I have to ascribe to these. It's at this point they should be working their magic, whatever. Uh, so it would make sense that this is happening. So right now I can tell that my brain is attempting to go into a depressive episode, and it's doing it. It's succeeding in its attempt. However, it's different in a way I can't describe. Um, yeah, I can't describe it. It just feels different than normal. Like, viscerally different, but not in a very, very abstract way. Um, I don't know how to go about explaining it. Uh, it's very odd. I mean, the feeling itself isn't that odd, but the feeling of knowing what feeling it's trying to feel, but it feeling it differently is odd. That makes it odd. Yeah, strange. Very strange. Not sure I like it, to be honest. Definitely isn't making me not depressed, I'll tell you that much, because this is. I definitely, I'm gonna give it more chance though. I'm not giving up on these medications for like. I'm gonna wait a few months. I'm gonna wait till I run out of what I currently have before I stop. But I am planning on stopping. Uh, I want to go back to how my brain used to be. I don't want my serotonin to be selectively reuptake inhibited. I've decided. It's not what I want. Yeah, I'm gonna go back to whatever it was before. Although I have noticed one thing, which is that it seems to be effective at dealing with anxiety, which is what they said. They said it's more effective at dealing with anxiety than it is at dealing with depression, and it certainly is. Uh, I kind of wish I'd gone on these back in the day when my anxiety was worse. My general anxiety and social anxiety was much worse than it is now. Because I feel like this would have solved a lot of my problems from then. Um, yeah, cause yeah, I just generally don't feel as anxious about my body, like stuff that would have been a trigger for me before. Oh yeah, I can. I guess this is as good a time as any to talk about this. So I have like mixed feelings. So you know the whole thing of like content warnings and what used to be called trigger warnings. Yeah. Uh, um. So I have triggers, right? That trigger bad things in me, but they're not like common triggers or whatever, right? They're not common particularly. Like not blood or gore or mention of violence or any of those sorts of things. They none of those trigger me at all. Uh, I'm completely fine with them. My triggers are specifically stuff like you know in like a movie where it will be silent and just have like a really loud heartbeat, like the character's heartbeat, like da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. That's a trigger for me. That sets me off, like makes me super, super anxious about my heart and I freak the fuck out. Uh, like there's other stuff, but that's a big one, and no one's ever gonna put a content warning before that because like I'm the only fucking person who has that. It's not a common trigger, so it's completely useless for me. All of the content warnings that are supposed to help people like me, don't help people like me. Also, yeah, I just don't give a fuck if I like if that happens. I'm just like okay, well, I guess I'm gonna feel like shit for like 5 minutes, but I'll get over it. This too shall pass, as it says on the wall. Um, yeah. Why did I bring this up again? No idea. Oh yeah, I think I watched something that had one of those and didn't feel anxious or something because of these pills. I'm assuming, Maybe I don't know if that's what I meant to say, if that even happened. I don't know what's going on right now, to be honest. I'm not entirely sure, like, that there is a world, you know? This room is starting to feel. How do I explain it? This is what happens when I spend too much time not looking at the computer. Now my environment seems too similar. Like I need to change something. Need to get back into the wired. Starting to get withdrawals, internet withdrawals, connection withdrawals. Not that it matters, because I'm connecting right now. One day I'm going to learn to access the wired without a computer. AKA the astral plane. If so, some may call it that. They're wrong though. It's just the wired. Or another manifestation of the wired. Well, or vice versa. It's the same fucking thing. It's these like definitions and categories. They don't work super well for this sort of stuff. But you can think of it as the same thing. You can think of them as intersecting at least. A Venn diagram that is mostly a circle, but not entirely, I guess, is probably a good way to think about it. Yeah, that could be fun. Or maybe not, maybe more than fun. Maybe it could be, uh, I don't know what a word is for this. I don't know what the word is for this, but maybe it could be that. Transcendental. It's not quite what I meant, but that'll give you an impression of the word I was going for. Got this fucking nail stuck in my nail. Got a little bit of nail, like, coat. So fucking annoying. So, my tooth is too long. That's one thing. Second thing, my jaw's fucked. Third thing, right. I'm gonna need to draw your attention away from his beard to this diagram that he drew. Okay, so he's discussing how something called the founder theory, founder model of reciprocal altruism, and how that behavior can evolve within a species. So, you should just watch this lecture, but I'll do a quick summary. Say you have a species, right? And then for some reason, a subset of that species gets separated and isolated from the main group, right? So, I don't know, like a land bridge collapses and they're suddenly separated from the main group, isolated. Well, the first thing that's going to happen is that group's going to become inbred because there's less diversity. There's only a small amount of them, smaller number than the main group. And the second thing that's going to happen is because of kin selection, which is that you're more likely to help. I mean, it's in your evolutionarily, behaviorally, animals help out their kin, their people who are related to them, right? Makes sense. If you help out people who are related to you, share your genes get passed on, therefore that trait gets selected and passed down. So because this group becomes more inbred, they become more cooperative. And then, if that group is then reintroduced to this group, because they've become more cooperative, they will outcompete the rest of the members of their group, and therefore the rest of the group has to become assimilated, and they have the cooperation because these founders is spread, and that's the founder theory, founder model. I forgot what it's called, founder model, something like that. Very interesting, but it gives me an idea of how to implement anarchist thought of mutual aid, right? Because it's basically the same thing. Reciprocal altruism and mutual aid are just two different names for the same sort of thing, right? This happens within a species, evolutionarily, but the same thing will apply to humans, especially economically. So that's just a thought for anyone who favours more efficient models of economies that are based on sort of horizontal structures. This is why direct action is important. You build a community. Step one, isolate your community and develop some sort of system of efficient cooperation. Communes tend to collapse. Communes are hard to keep because human social dynamics are just so fucking complex that they're next to unsustainable. So you got, it's very incredibly nuanced. But it's just something to keep in mind that if you since cooperative structures and structures based on mutual aid are provably more efficient than structures based on competition, right? If you can then re-assimilate into the structures based on competition, you can then, with your cooperation, out-compete these other models, and they will have no choice but to assimilate. That is just something to keep in mind. There you have it. I'm watching this Princess Plunderphonics video, weird self-love artistic rant, and I have to say, hard disagree. I'm a big proponent against self-love, self-care, all that shit. I hate it, which you may think is strange as someone who's constantly referencing Stirner. But I think loving yourself, if you can, it's a load of fucking hippie bullshit. Let's be honest here. So see this guy? Look at that load of fucking hippie bullshit. This is a hippie if I've ever seen one. Right here. This man. This is a hippie. This right here. Look at that. Hippie. Fucking self-love. Yeah? Self-hatred. He said, self-hatred doesn't get you anywhere. Bull fucking shit. Self-hatred is like the number one driver towards self-improvement that could possibly exist. The only reason why I am a skinny bitch, despite constantly loving chocolate, is because I hate the idea of being fat so much that anytime I put on weight, I am willing to sacrifice food, like sweets and shit, to lose weight. Because I hate myself if I get fat. In what universe is that a bad thing? Everyone should hate themselves constantly. No, first step, anyone who puts pictures of themselves on the internet, I hate them. Not like vlogs and shit, obviously, that's different. I mean pictures where you're showing off how you look. Male or female, I don't give a fuck. Unless you meet one important criteria. You are an anime. If you're an anime, it's okay, and if it's porn, it's okay. But if it's like a selfie, disgusting. You should not be confident enough in the way you look to post a picture of yourself online. And anyone who does post a picture of themselves online should be immediately met with criticism. They should be taken the fuck down by everyone in the comments. But they're not, because humanity is stupid. But listen, you should hate yourself. Fuck you, and fuck me as well. Look, I hate myself, and it's getting me all sorts of places. I'm not quite sure where I'm going with this. Sip. But I still believe it's true. I hate the idea of self-love. It seems like bullshit to me. Especially if you're... Look, How do I explain this? Don't hate. Fuck. That was wrong. Don't love yourself. Just hate everyone else more. That's my. There we go. I put it into words. You shouldn't love yourself. You should hate yourself. But you should hate everyone else more than you hate yourself. That is my philosophy. And because it's my philosophy, it should be everyone's philosophy. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You know, it just disgusts me. It just disgusts me how poorly society is set up to deal with people with mental health problems. I'm not talking about myself here. I have, sure, my mental health ain't great, but I'm talking about those who are seriously affected by things like schizophrenia or serious autism problems, that sort of stuff. Or, you know, OCD, piles of other illnesses. Schizophrenia is a big one. Because no one gives a fuck about the mentally ill. No one fucking cares. And I'm not a white knight here. I'm not fucking volunteering at my local mental health care facility or whatever. No one fucking cares about the mentally ill, and there's nothing they can do. They're just born and they're fucked. And it's not like a problem with Western society. It's a problem with every civilization since the dawn of time. Sure, look, I've been watching this lecture series on behavioral biology, Stanford lectures, and this guy was talking about how this guy's a PhD and stuff. He knows this shit. And he said that in every culture, pretty much every culture in the world, mental illness is frowned upon. It's not surprising. And it's just disgusting. It's just horrible, man. These people, they're just born into a world that is actively working against them, and there's very, very little that could be done to help them. It's fucking atrocious. It's so sad. It's so sad. Like, you have one fucking gene. You have one gene that's fucked up, and that's it. Your entire life is ruined. It's just the vast. It's so, like, what can you do? What solution is there? Practical, pragmatic, as in what can I do? What can you do to help? What is there? I mean, I feel like it's possible to, like, volunteer at a homeless shelter or something. That would definitely be something, but I don't know, man. I don't know, man. You know what? I fucking stayed up all fucking night, like, yesterday or some shit, and then I slept for like 12 hours straight, or more. And I was like, I'll fix my sleep cycle. Because I fucking didn't. Fucking woke up at fucking 2 p.m. And I was like, alright, it's better than waking up at 4 p.m. Right. All I have to do is not stay up all fucking night. And guess what I'm doing? Sun's coming up. Staying up all fucking night again. And you know what? Fuck you. I fucking hate you so fucking much. Oh my fucking god. I should be able to stay up all night just because I like doing it. There's no one who should be able to. If you don't think I should be able to stay up all night because I want to, You're a literal fascist. Kill yourself. Oh my god. What's the point of it all, man? Fucking hell, what did I just do? Oh my god, there's so much stuff. I don't want to live in this fucking meat world. I don't want to be an internet. I don't want to do it. I had a dream that I had HIV. I don't know what that was about. Oh my fucking god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This fucking life. Why? Oh my god. I can't even begin to describe what is happening. It's impossible. It's not possible to do such a thing. All I can say is, oh my god. I'm gonna become a Muslim for 10 minutes. I'm doing it right now. I'm gonna convert back in 10 minutes. I am Muslim now. Sick. This is fucking sick. Hey yo, you should give this a try. It's fucking sick. Yo. Alright, that was cool. I'm gonna stick with it for a few more minutes. See you later, guys. Don't forget to subscribe. Fuck you. Honestly, fuck you. You know what? Fuck it. That's the end of this video. I don't need to put effort into things. I don't need to do nothing. I don't do what I want. And what I want to do is end this video. Fuck you. God fucking damn it.